Hey guys, Andy here, and spoken label. My mate here, Martin CM. Martin's going to do two poems from his book, and we're going to split this recording today as well, because it might take Martin a few moments to find the second poem. It might do, mate,
Will
which is
do.
fair
Yeah.
enough too. Listen, mate, take it away, mate. Give us your first piece.
Okay, the first poem. I read this out recently, and it's based on when you've got kids, when they're young, they look at you with this kind of look of adoration, and you're a hero, and you're kind of like they think you can tell them you're a spy or a superhero, and they kind of believe you. And at some point in their life, they look up at you and they realize exactly what you really are, that you are as pathetic and as contemptible as you really are. So this one's got a few swear words in it. So if you don't like swear words, then just stick your fingers in your ears. One of my kids' names is Oscar, and this poem is entitled "Oscar makes a dramatic discovery at age 24 that changes his life." So here you go. Oscar was 24 years old when he realised that his dad was a total and utter fuckwit. I can't honestly say that it came as a shock or even a surprise or even big news. Looking back over the years, there'd been so many clues. It just took him forever to piece it together and to come to the undeniable conclusion that his dad was a fuckwit. Was it because his dad loved every single Marvel film, even Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, which is absolutely shit? Or was it because that for that one perfect question on Pointless, he had learned the names of every captain of the Starship Enterprise? Yes, it was both of those, and it was so much more. It was because when he died, his dad wanted his head cryogenically frozen, although he could never quite explain why in the future they would think that he, a grey haired, overweight marketing expert, was worth resurrecting. Perhaps all the other marketeers had been exterminated in the great, meaningless jobs cull of 2048. Yes, it was this as well, and so much more. He would wear the same underpants for 2 days running, turning them inside out to extend their life. And he genuinely thought that we were all living our lives in a computer simulation, just like in The Matrix, citing bees should not be able to fly and no one understands how bicycles stay upright as direct proof that he was right. Yes, it was all these things and so much more. It was the constant smirking at his own smutty thoughts, the constant sarcastic tone of voice he used, the "it's not me" combined face and arm shrug, and the fact that he thought he was just so funny. Yes, it was all these things. But mostly he knew that his dad was a fuckwit because he put all the plates in the wrong place in the dishwasher, because he forgot which day was bin day, and because he had no idea how old his children were, or when their birthdays were, or how to spell their partner's names, because such things just don't really matter. So Oscar knew for sure that his dad was a fuckwit, which absolutely terrified him, because he realised that in 30 years' time he would be a fuckwit too. And no matter how hard he tried when his dad died, he would have to take on the mantle of the fuckwit, proudly marching forwards, passing on fuckwittedness to the generations to come. Because he knew now that all dads were fuckwits. His dad was a fuckwit, his granddad was a massive fuckwit, and his great granddad was a complete and utter fuckwit. Going all the way back to the very first Stone Age fuckwit, the original fuckwit, the fuckwit of all fuckwits, who no doubt forgot which day was rock sorting day, and would wear the same bearskin pants for at least a week, and forget which ones were his children, or if they had partners, or who their mothers were, because after all, such things didn't really matter. Generation after generation of fuckwits, a proud and noble tradition, to which he, Oscar, was merely the latest, and probably, ultimately, almost certainly destined to be the most fuck-witted edition of them all. So that's that one. And I will find the next one, which is going
Uh,
to be.
Obviously, we do need to say to this one, Martin, Martin, the last poem in question. That's not from the book, is it? It's from needs to where you
No, that's
sorted that
not
one
from
out.
the book. That's not from the book. That's not from the book. No, it's not from the book. It was a special request from Amanda, wasn't it? So I
Yes,
had to do it.
yeah,
So
and
I
we
had
know
to.
what Amanda's like. You can't neglect Amanda. That's what she asked
So
for. That's what you got.
I have to do what I'm told. I always have to do what I'm told. That's just life,
Yeah.
isn't it? So yes,
Oh
I do
God, yeah,
apologise. That's not from the
yeah.
book. The
One
next one
is,
is from the
yeah,
book.
yeah.
Go
I
on.
was going to
Go
say,
on.
why are you looking for it on the next one
I
from his
found
book?
it. I
Oh, you
found
found
it.
it. Oh, but there won't be a part two then, so you're going to go straight into number two then, mate.
Okay,
Take
if
it
you
away.
want to. Okay,
Yeah,
so
let's
here we
go for it,
go.
mate.
The next one is from the book. It's one of the first poems I ever wrote and the first poems I ever read out, and we mentioned it in the podcast. It's basically when my mum died, we go when your parents die, you go through their houses and you go through all the stuff, and it's quite sad. But you find things that you don't really want to find, and you find things that are not necessarily what you expect. So that's what this poem is about. It always goes down relatively well. It's called An Unwanted Inheritance. Oh, and there's only one line in it that is true. The rest of it is made up. An unwanted inheritance. In amongst the trinkets, the snippets of her life, her false teeth and her clothes, the smell of those reminded me of my childhood so long ago. Old board games we played, the places we'd stayed, her well-deserved MBE and cheap costume jewellery, I found in a shoebox stored under her bed. My dead mother's 12-inch realistic flesh-coloured dildo, which presented me with a challenge, you see. I clearly have no use for my dead mother's dildo, and I am happy to say that it holds no sentimental value. So what do I do? How do I get rid of it? It's not as easy as you might think. I can't just put it in the bin. It is a small electrical item, after all. I can't take it to the council tip and ask, "Excuse me, which skip can my dead mother's dildo go in?" I can't sell it on eBay. One dildo, well used, offers accepted. I can't leave it for the house clearers. Just be careful, guys. Don't break that dildo. I can't give it to a grieving relative. Oh, Uncle Dave, here you go. Have mum's dildo to remember her by. And I can't take it home with me. Oh, darling, just stick this dildo somewhere safe till we can decide what to do with it. And I can't just give it to a friend. Oh, Sarah, you really look like you could use this dildo. My mother bought it, she died, and so now I own it and it appears that I'm stuck with it. So how did I get rid of my dead mother's dildo? Well, I took it to Delamere Forest and by the bushes, in sight of where the dog walkers walk and the ramblers ramble, I buried it. But I buried it creatively. I buried it mischievously. I buried it with the top 4 inches showing, standing upright and proud. And I made sure that it was visible from the path. And then I sat back and watched what happened. And I can honestly say there was no better way to honour my mother's memory than to watch a group of dog walkers pause, stare, and wonder what the hell was going on. She'd have bloody loved it, but not as much as she bloody loved that dildo. There you go. That's my
Great
favorite. That's
stuff.
probably my favorite poem. In fairness, I
Brilliant.
don't know if it classes as a poem, but it's my favorite.
It makes me smile every time, and that's always
Okay,
good with poetry. That it's got that
good.
sort of humour on it. I think it's funny, but it's also. Do you think it's a bit cringy sometimes? That works really well,
Oh, it's
doesn't
just
it?
a bit
So
cringy. It does a
yeah,
bit cringy. As we said, it's amazing how many people who have come up to me and said, "Oh, that happened to me," or "How you must have had difficulty coping with that." No,
yeah.
because it's not true. It's not true.
It says it
But
all, mate.
it's just
Yeah,
a joke, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's the best. And the jokes sometimes the funniest when it's close to home. That's one thing, but it
Yeah.
works well for me. So, and I had to do a story to tell you about that off camera in a minute, so I
Yeah.
can't really kind of not repeat this on camera, right? So I'll get
Okay, it's
skinned.
fine.
Right, listen, mate.
Okay.
We're going to wrap up the main part of the podcast now. So, people wondering, yes, we are going to let Martin loose on TikTok.
Oh,
God help
excellent.
the
Good.
world of TikTok. That's
No,
all
no,
I'm going
no.
to
I'll do
say.
a nice one.
Yeah, I believe that when I see it. So, listen, folks, Ensign Martin, it's been a pleasure, mate, anyway, today.
Good fun.
I
Thank
know
you.
we've been talking about this for about a year now, haven't we? It's been a while anyway, certainly.
Yeah.
So, but loved it, mate. So, right, folks, thank you again, Martin. As Don Callis over at AEWS and says, stay safe and stay over, and we will see you all next time. Now, we're on to the world of TikTok. TikTok. See you soon.